Well, good morning. It's Crazy Cheap Chick. Do you ever have those days you just don't feel like cooking? Because that is me today. So I'm making a simple meal tonight. I'm just going to have barbecued pork chops. I'm going to bake them in the oven. And I'm going to dice up some sweet potatoes and roast them. And then I'm also going to cook some zucchini and yellow squash, because I'm picking like 2 or 3 zucchini and yellow squash every single day. Is coming out of my ears and it's hard to give away. And so we're having another dish of squash tonight. So come along, let me show you what we're having. I'll bet I could walk out to the garden and pick 10 more yellow squash and zucchini. I'm gonna have to do that tonight. And some of these are gigantic. I mean, that's gigantic. I have to look up some zucchini recipes. So we're gonna have some roasted zucchini and yellow squash tonight as well. I've just sliced up the yellow squash and zucchini and tossed it in some olive oil. And I did grease this cookie sheet just a little bit because I didn't want them to stick. I'm going to use some, just some seasonal on them. And I don't think it takes a ton. I guess it depends on how spicy you want it. Here's those sweet potatoes we chopped up this morning, and I'm running a little behind tonight, and so I microwaved them in the microwave. I did 3 minutes, I tossed them, and I did 3 minutes more, so they're about half cooked. And here's what I'm gonna add to it. I think I'm gonna use, I bought this seasoned oil at Aldi's, and it's got this carne asada street taco. So I think I'm gonna put a little bit of that and a little bit of Greek dressing. I know that sounds kind of weird. And I have just a dab of this Greek yogurt that I want to get rid of. I'm going to throw it in there too. And there was only like a tablespoon of that left. And I probably put like a tablespoon of that taco mix and just a squirt of Greek seasoning. And those are ready to go in the oven. I'm going to put them on roast at 375. We're going to have some roast pork chops also. They're almost done. I just put a little bit of barbecue sauce on the top. I just cooked them in about half barbecue sauce, half water mixture. And now I'm going to put just a little bit of sage on top to finish it off. And maybe a little bit of rosemary. Sprinkle a little bit of rosemary on there also. That's plenty. And stick it back in the oven for 5 minutes or so, finish off. And the pork chops are done. The potatoes are done. We're just waiting on the squash. That squash looks good. And as a final touch, I'm just going to take some melted butter and brush on the sweet potato. Thought about putting a little bit of honey or brown sugar in the butter, but I decided we're fat enough. And there you have it. Pork chop, sweet potato, and squash. It doesn't get much more country than that. Well guys, thanks for watching my video all the way to the end. If you got anything out of it, give me a like or comment or subscribe. I'd love that. Have a great evening.